I really don't know where to start. Do I start with the European invasion? Do I start with the fact that Spanish is a European terrorist language? English is a European terrorist language. Asians, Latins, Europeans, they are all an invasion force. Okay? None of these people belong in America. Okay? They always want to tell us as Black America that our people come from Africa, which is bullshit because all of Black people were not brought here on slave ships. Black people were here before the European terrorists, before the Asian invasion, before the fucking, the Latin backup unit. Before all of this, Black people were in this country, okay? For all of you people that want to send me messages, the Mexicans, the Latinos that you see today, you guys are not the original Latinos, okay? The Asians, all the Asians that you see today are not the original Asians. But none of that really matters. What really matters to me is the fact that none of these people belong in our country. As Black America, this is our country. Why do you think they don't want to give you reparations? Because reparations for us means they get exiled. The Europeans, the Latins, and the Asians. That means they all get exiled and we get back what belongs to us. And it's funny because every time, especially lately, since Biden, been in office, all you hear is about foreigners, foreigners. Black people, Black America, we are under European occupation. We are under European invasion. Okay. And all of these Latinos and these Mexicans and these Asians are all in on it. Okay. Notice how America will bomb a country, kill their leadership, kill their citizens, and then turn around and help them rebuild. Yes, because the deal is we'll help you rebuild, but what about these niggas? But we're gonna go ahead and play this video and really see the European invasion at hand right now. And it's going like 150 miles an hour right now. They are literally putting the foot on the gas when it comes to erasing Black America.
The subject that helped propel former President Trump into the White House and may be one of the biggest challenges facing President Biden now. What to do about the crisis at the border. Right now, senior DHS officials telling ABC News there is a significant surge of migrants crossing illegally into the U.S. Today, we learned the 13 people killed in a horrific crash in California Tuesday were smuggled through a hole in a border fence before their SUV packed with 25 people collided into a semi-truck a short time later.
Before I forget, there was 40 to 50 plus million Black people on this land called America before the European terrorist invasion. Okay. When Black people came into contact with you filthy Europeans, Europeans did not get this land from guns, bombs. They got it from disease and filth. That is how they obtained this land. They wiped out 40 million Black people with their disease and lice.
Our cameras have been on the ground along the Texas-Mexico border in recent days, seeing the crisis firsthand. This as the White House is floating sweeping changes to our immigration system. Our Matt Gutman leads us off tonight with the desperate families seeking a better life and the overwhelmed Border Patrol agents trying to contain the surge.
The helicopter circled low, skimming the treetops. Border Patrol agents dove into the brush.
Helicopters flying low. There are a number of vans here to pick up a group of migrants that apparently smuggled across the border and is hunkered down inside this orchard somewhere.
It took officials about half an hour to find.
You notice how you always got these fucking foreigners, these illegal immigrants, the Europeans, the Mexicans, the Asians, all of them, they come here illegally. All of you motherfuckers are illegal. But as bad as Black America is treated, as much as Black America puts up with, you don't see us at anybody's border. But every time we look up as Black America, all of you foreign invaders are constantly at our border.
Find the 16 migrants they said were hiding in this orchard. And there, on the side of a highway hugging the Rio Grande, they were ordered to remove the few things they carried.
So what you're seeing is these migrants being told to take off their shoelaces. That's something that they have to do before they're taken into custody. No belts, no shoelaces.
More came filing out of the brush, the foliage from their hiding places clinging to their clothes. Border Patrol officers and police asked if they needed water. The new detail.
Now do you see how they treating these motherfuckers? Like these people are illegal immigrants. They ain't even supposed to be on this land. But it's all a terrorist invasion. Think about it, Black people. They pull weapons on us automatically, or right off the bat, because we are enemy combatants to these people. We are the ones that still don't get it.
Detainees weren't cuffed. They were just loaded up and driven out. It's a process that has become remarkably efficient because it has to be. Mexico border now experiencing what senior DHS officials tell ABC News is a significant surge of crossings. The Biden administration has so far not permitted the Border Patrol to grant interviews or ride-alongs with the media.
I mean, like, it's amazing how all of you foreigners are at our border. Black America, reparations for us means exile of all of the foreign invaders.
But the border is so active right now, especially near McAllen, Texas, that simply following Border Patrol traffic can leave reporters to apprehensions. And it was near the hamlet of La Jolla, beneath the hulking wall, that we encountered this group, about 40 migrants, according to Border Patrol, with children in tow. And as we walked up right there, an entire family weeping.
These people are crying right now because they are afraid that they're going to be sent back to their country.
Mauricio and Marie Cruz and their children, Jesse and Danis, are seeking asylum.
Crying because she gonna get sent back to her country. What I find really amazing is that all of these people, every single one of them, are anti-Black. But you come over here and treat Black people like they're something less than. But when we look at all of your countries are bowls of dust.
In the U.S. They say it's been a 15-day journey. There was a train ride, cramped car rides, and a
These motherfuckers travel 15 days to get to the fucking border of America. Imagine what their countries would look like if they put that much effort into fucking fixing where they come from instead of trying to help the Europeans invade the place that they didn't build.
$5,000 fee to coyotes.
Por favor, they're saying, please don't send us back.
They showed us the neatly
Please don't
folded
send
note
us back.
pulled from that Ziploc, their lifeline, the phone number of a family member in Baltimore. The towering wall of steel pikes now acts as a giant.
Black America, do you realize when these folks come over here that they adapt European terrorist ideology right off the bat, and they want to they want to prey on the black communities for us, your style, your music, how you walk, look at how these people act. They don't like you, but everything about them is just like you. Their walk, their talk, their dress, the music, everything that these people do is based around black people, but they don't like you. When we wake up, okay, the day that Black America wakes up and said that we've had enough of this shit, all this shit's a wrap.
Catch basin for migrants crossing the Rio Grande onto U.S. soil, but who can get no farther north than the wall. Death has always been a hazard of this voyage, but over the past 2 years for asylum seekers, political purgatory on the Mexican side of the border has been another hazard. Crossing the border, we visited this encampment of asylum seekers in Matamoros, Mexico.
Beneath these tarps and behind...
You know what that was really crazy is, do you know that them motherfuckers in Mexico chop heads off, kill their citizens, leave fucking bodies and shit at the intersections? But you don't see America down there bombing them people, attacking them people, or none of that, because they're all a part of the fucking invasion, all of them.
This concertina wire are about 700 migrants. They are just some of the 25,000 migrants that have been waiting, some of them for up to 2 years, for their chance to have their cases heard in the U.S.
They were in this place because of the Trump administration's Remain in Mexico policy, ordering that instead of waiting for court hearings in the U.S., most asylum seekers would be forced to wait in Mexico. But then came COVID. Immigration courts closed, and that wait for families like Blanca's and Jonathan's seemed indefinite. Last month, a record ice storm slammed Texas and northern Mexico, and they froze in flimsy blankets, seeing ice form outside for the first time in their lives. They also revealed the frightful risk the couple took in mid-January, crossing illegally into the U.S. on the day Blanca gave birth to their son, Jonathan Jr., all so that their infant would be stamped with a lifelong designation, U.S. citizen. But within 3...
Now, see, they're all of these foreigners, these Latinos, these Mexicans, these Asians. They want to bring their fucking asses over here, right? And make sure that their kids become U.S. citizens to replace your ass. Now, do you understand that as black people, we are in deep trouble as a group? We are splintered, spread out across this fucking country in a war where these people are bringing in backup on a daily basis, and we have none. But yet we think that we can negotiate with these people.
3 days, they were expelled right back to Mexico. They waited through the cold and the thick heat of summer in a camp which hugs the Rio Grande, the U.S. on the other side, tantalizingly close. But the Biden administration has been quietly rolling back restrictions. Last Thursday, Jonathan and Blanca were able to cross into Brownsville, Texas, legally. Every day, that Matamoros encampment gets smaller. We watched as...
Look at the fucking foreign invasion. This is what black America is up against. Black people, we are not having enough kids. I'm sorry, but we're not. Africa, I mean, whether a lot of us are from there or not, I mean, we are all under European invasion. So I don't understand, when are we going to say enough of this shit? Because these people have built nothing. They come over here and they all want to use what our people built, whether it was forcefully or not. Go look at these people's countries. Go study their countries. None of these people have done shit. None of them. Bowls of dust. Everywhere you go. Get mad. Don't care. Bowls of fucking dust.
A human rights lawyer explained to dozens of asylum seekers how the process would go. And on Tuesday, we caught up with Jonathan again. He was staying at a motel in Brownsville. It was cramped, but they had beds and heat and food. He told us the news. They were going to fly to Boston to be with their family. What kept Jonathan and Blanca in Mexico is part of what Homeland Security Chief Alejandro Mayorkas calls the broken U.S. immigration system.
It takes time to build out of the depths of cruelty that the administration before us established. What we are seeing now at the border is the immediate result of the dismantlement of the system and the time that it takes to rebuild it virtually from scratch.
Changes that were already visible in Brownsville's bus station. Officials here told us these folks were recently apprehended along the border and then released from Border Patrol custody.
Can you please show me a fucking video of a bunch of black Americans at somebody's fucking borders? Can you please show me where we are at somebody's fucking borders trying to get into their why can't all of the black people look? Keep playing. These Europeans, these Latinos, these Mexicans, these Asians, they want to replace your ass. And if you think it's a joke, you better watch. Look, they are doing it right now. These motherfuckers are coming into this bitch by the thousands, and all of them are going to hate your black ass.
With a promise that they would show up for immigration hearings. Now, and at the station, they were being processed, but first tested for COVID.
Since you've been here, on average, what is the % positive of the people coming across from Mexico?
Let's say from the most that I have tested, like around 116, and from those at least 30.
And what's so fucked up is that none of these coming across from Mexico, Central America, whatever you want to say, none of these people you are seeing are the original Mexicans or Latino. Like these people are not the original anything. These people are just mixed white folks, a bunch of half-breed white people coming over here to help invade with the original white folks.
Are positive.
Wow, so you've had days where almost like 25% of the people coming across are COVID positive.
Yes.
Wow. Is that surprisingly high? Is that?
Well,
that's a high positivity rate.
It's a high.
Administration officials say they don't have room for all the migrants they've apprehended, especially with COVID social distancing requirements. The backlog growing with the enormous influx of unaccompanied minors. And we saw evidence of that back at that Border Patrol operation near McAllen, Texas. This young man saying he was from Honduras. DHS officials tell ABC News about 9,000 unaccompanied children and teens crossed into the U.S. just in the month of February. And now officials are asking the Biden administration to help them prepare 20,000 beds for minors crossing illegally, most of them from Central America.
All of these fucking people coming here from all these fucking foreign countries, Europe, Asia, Central America, black people. If you do not know when you are fucking under attack, at this point, I don't know what else that we can really say to each other. These people are coming here to basically, they are trying to make sure that we never obtain this country back ever again.
The administration says this means it has been forced to house these youth in temporary shelters because of COVID and the need to vet their sponsors. In some cases, those are the very same facilities created by the Trump administration. And to the migrants still heading north, as Mauricio and Marie Cruz had done, the administration asking for patience from all those.
We are not saying don't come. We are saying don't come now, because we will be able to deliver a safe and orderly process to them as quickly as possible.
They are going to bring these motherfuckers over here, and they are going to be everywhere, and black people are going to be outnumbered, 1,000 to 1 on each black person. Like, these people are trying to make sure that we never obtain this country ever again.
Meantime, today was a momentous day for Blanca and Jonathan and their family. Their first time on a plane, headed to a place that, until this week, had sounded unimaginably distant. Boston. hoping that, like the baby in Blanca's arms, they too, one day, could call themselves American citizens. Matt Gunn.
Can you please show me where black people get treated like this and they were illegal? Show me where a black person, a black American, can go to somebody's country illegally. Man.
Gutman.